Hello folks, how are you doing and welcome to my channel. Today's date at the time of filming is the 11th of March 2024, but whenever you come to this video you're meant to watch it at that date, so don't lose yourself in the whole date thing. It's not a time-stamped energy update, it's whenever, because energy is very fluid, so whenever you're drawn to watch this video is the correct time for you. So I've made myself a lovely cup of tea. Look at that pink lipstick mark. Okay, and we're going to have a informal, comforting chat about awakening and where we are right now. Before I go any further, I need to make clear that when I talk about awakening, I don't talk about awakening in the way that the New Age community does, or some people in the New Age community. When I talk about awakening, it's not about what level are you at. It's not about whereabouts are you. It's not about what intel do you know. It's also not about, well, if you don't know that, then you're not really on your awakening path. It's not ego. I believe that everyone is on an awakening path. And I think that everyone's awakening path is bath. Like geese in a bath. I think that everyone's awakening path is somebody needs a salt bath that's watching. And you know you need a salt bath, and you've been putting your salt baths off for quite some time and you need one. That's your message from your Auntie Claire. So there you go. I believe that everyone is on their own individual awakening path. Everyone. And everyone's awakening path is very different. The awakening is so much more than the latest intel or the latest level. Where are you at? It's so much more, and it covers so much ground. And there is no right or wrong way. Sometimes awakening can be bloody and grim and painful and tragic and traumatic. It can be horrific, it can be quite scary. Sometimes awakening can be beautiful and magical and blissful. And in all of that, the moments of awakening can be the same. You can have horrific days on your awakening journey where you question everything, but you can also have days of absolute pure bliss and pure joy. So as I'm doing this reading session, whatever you want to call it, I know that we're in March of a new year, and I know that this year that the energies have been so strange. We know about the astrology, where we're at with the astrology. I'm not an astrologist, so I don't want to go into the astrology, but the astrology is very, very important at this time. And it feels like on some levels we're getting pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed, either via global stuff, so war, economic stuff, finances, political stuff, environmental stuff, royalty stuff, etc, etc. And it feels like we're being pushed and pushed and pushed. But also personal stuff. So the stuff that we all don't see of each other, the stuff that goes on behind closed doors or in private, or your own internal stuff, your shadow, your memories, etc, etc, past loves and all of that. If I was to say to you that as I'm talking about it, my main guide, my chief, is actually saying, we're not being pushed, we're being taught and shown a better way. Everything that you're experiencing right now, be it the boss that's just made you feel like shit on his shoe, be it your sister-in-law that's just made you feel like you've put 10 stone on. Not that sister-in-laws do that, I'm just giving examples. And not that bosses make you feel like shit on the shoe. It's just one or two do. Or anything, or you've just read the latest piece of news and you feel mystified by it. It's not trying to break you. It's actually trying to make you. Does that make sense? I know it makes sense. And that if we can try and reprogram ourselves rather than letting the external reprogram us, we can get through this. What I'm also picking up on is that many of us, me included, you included, are putting way too much pressure on ourselves for perfection. To get life right, to get love right, to get relationships right, to get family right, to get birth right, to get pregnancy right, to get married, getting right. to get work right. See how I did that then? You see, everything is, there's a message and everything back into alignment. See what I mean? How everything is connected. So alignment, by the way, isn't perfection. It isn't you're the slimmest, most beautifulest, most centered, most sensible one in the room. Alignment is so much more than that. And alignment is being at peace with where you are in the moment, no matter where you are on your journey, no matter where you are on your healing journey. It's about being at peace where you are in that moment. It's about being able to see the illusion but not get lost in the illusion. It's about being able to navigate through and out of the illusion and not stay in the illusion. Not just global illusion, but our own illusion, because we are illusioners, so we can bring ourselves into illusion. So where else are we at right now with awakening and ascension and healing? Where are we at right now? He said we're in the Great Reset. Before, I'm not going down an avenue, and he said it in a laughing matter, because we know that the Great Reset can also mean something else. He's saying no, it's the Great Spiritual Reset. It's not the other reset. It's the Great Spiritual Reset. That everyone is having to go on the Great Spiritual Reset. And that can be dirty. That can be a really dirty thing to go through when you're having to reset yourself spiritually, reset yourself as a human being on this platform right now, reset yourself after all the stuff that we've been through, if that makes sense. I'm getting that there's a lot of noise, but not a lot of silence. There's a lot of noise, but not a lot of silence. He's also showing me that many of us have discovered stuff over the past few years, months, decades, discovered stuff about ourselves, discovered stuff about the world, and are struggling to digest it. He said it's causing like an energetic, irritable bowel. Which could also mean many of us are struggling with bowel issues at the minute. Again, if you're concerned, please do visit your doctor. I do have to say that for legal reasons. But it's almost like this stuff that we've digested on the healing journey. And I'm not just talking about the global truths or what we think as a global truth, because even that can be illusionary. I'm talking about all the stuff we found out about ourselves, about the world around us, family stuff, work stuff. It's almost like it's, you know, when you have a takeaway and the next day you get irritable bowel, it's like that. So what would you do with that? How would you get through that? Didn't think this was going to turn into a channeling session. He's saying small bite-sized chunks. Small bite-sized chunks of it. Not gobbling. At the minute we're trying to gobble. We're trying to make sense of everything, our own personal stuff. I need to make sense of who I am. I need to make sense of, and I've been there, done that. I need to make sense of why this is happening with this person. Why is this happening? I need to make sense of it. I need to make sense of it. Oh my God, the world. Oh my God, politics. Oh my God, this. Oh my God. And we're gobbling, energetic gobbling, and it's affecting the gut. So he's saying to take bite-sized chunks of it. Before I go any further, my main guide is a Native American chief. Wicked sense of humour as well. He's got wicked sense of humour, worse than me. So I think I reckon I get it from him. I mean, there was a reading I did yesterday, going away from awakening, and I did it on my other channel, CT's Royal Tarot, and he'd word dropped something. And I didn't realise what he'd done. I thought I'd made a blue bit in the, or a bloopy, whatever it is, you see, in the reading. And I was like, why did I just say that? I said something like car instead of boat. And I thought, God, I sounded like a nutter then. And it was only afterwards I realised that the people I was talking about were then photographed in a car at a later date that day, but I didn't realise that at the time. And I was discussing it with him later, and it was almost like, as a joke, I said to him, it's almost like Spirit thought we need to bring him back here. As in, I'd already made a mistake on that channel anyway at the weekend. I'd shared a picture that was a pure illusion. Anyway, Lee said serious men did it. It was like jokes. That's what I'm just saying about my sense of humour. What else wants to come through about where we are now? Same patience. You see, we all, me included, we all need to be much more patient. It's almost like we're burning ourselves up with needing to be right, needing to be heard. There are many things within the world that need to play out in the way that they need to play out, and to step back from that. He says we're trying to read the energies too much. We're trying to make sense of what are the energies today. And actually, from the time I started this reading, from the time you started watching it, we'll have gone through many different energies in the collective, internally as well, without even realising it. And he's saying about this constant need to assess the energies. What are the energies today? What are the energies into? We've actually had a private conversation, me and him, about some of the. Shall I share it? Basically, I got a wrist slap for. I didn't get a wrist slap, wrong words, but for looking too deeply into certain topics within the world at the minute. And he's told me to read on it, but don't look deeply into it. Just read it, don't look deeply into it. But I'm just talking about why that came up for me this morning. And it's the same for all of us. We're overanalyzing everything. We're overanalyzing everything. But that's also got its footprints in previous trauma that we're still trying to purge. We're trying to make sense of way too much, and it's causing exhaustion. It's very easy to say, oh, I'm exhausted because of all the light I'm absorbing. But actually, we're exhausted because we're pushing ourselves too much. We're pushing ourselves to feel and sense and heal far too much, far too quickly. And it's causing a burnout. Slip of tea. Use Emma Bridgewater cups if anyone's wondering. Emma Bridgewater makes your tea and your coffee taste so much nicer, and it's proven fact. Let's pull some cards. So I've got Native Spirit, obviously, by Denise, Linn, and I've got the Shaman's Dream, obviously, by Alberto, Villoldo and Colette and Reid. So let's pull a card and see what Claire's guide has to say about the where we are now as a human species, those that are on there, everyone, where are we all at? What message needs to come through? Oops, ooh, wow. Explosion of deck always means something, it always lands in a way, and it's walking in beauty. He's saying we're going through so many things at the minute, big revelations, in private revelations, external revelations, and what I mean by that is work, neighbours, community and the global stuff. We're going through a lot of revelations at the minute, filthy, dirty revelations. And the reason for that is because we need to start walking in beauty. It's almost like it's clearing the way. And one of the things he's bringing my attention to is the fact that whilst we're dealing with all this ick that's coming up, is to be able to walk in beauty. So to be able to see something and not go into blaming, shaming, criticising. We're all guilty of it. We're all human, by the way. We've all got blood, bone and tears and urine inside of us. Oh shit. Claire, you see how I'm very different? It is what it is. Walking in beauty, but we are full of it. Why do we have to giggle when we mention shit? S-H-I-T, don't keep saying it, you'll get your wrist slapped on YouTube. That'll be twice in one day, Claire. Walking in beauty. To be able to walk in beauty, to be able to put this phone, I mean, I look at it now and I'm like, cringe at what's going to come up. What's come up? Should we read some of it out? What's come up? Love Island star feels unsafe as men bombard her with explicit photos. That's come up on my phone, right? So now old Claire would be like, going into straight judgment about it. Well, she shouldn't have been in Love Island, etc, etc, etc. But to be able to read that and go, wait a minute, let me open it up again. Love Island star feels unsafe as men bombard her with explicit photos. God, that's awful. Bless her. I hope she gets through it soon. Rather than, oh, who's bombarding her? Let me look. Let me look. Oh my God. Look what TikTok. I'm guilty of this as well. Oh, look what TikTok. Oh, have you heard what TikTok's saying about this? No. Oh, you had this. I'm going to show you this. I'm sending it now, this video. Let's look at the next news item. Let's look. Looking at the news item. Still don't know how to use phones, me. Armed groups launch incursion into Russia, forcing schools to close. So they're very different news article, very different. So it brings up a whole different range of feelings in you. To be able to send light to it, to be able to send your positive thoughts, not positive because I hate that energy. Sending your positive thoughts and light, because that can be really patronising. That can be really patronising. Think you've just met me in town. I said in Leeds City Centre, but I don't live in Leeds anymore. You just met me in Leeds and you've told me something really bad you've discovered overnight in your personal life. And I go, oh, I'm sending you my love and my light. I'm sending you my love and my light. I think you're patronising. You say you've not slept all night and you've bumped into me. It can feel very patronising. It can feel very patronising to say, I'm sending you my positivity. So we've seen that article. What can we do with that article? The truth is, we can do nothing with that article. It's not our job to do anything with that article. We also have to learn what we can control and what we can't control. We can control inside the vessel, but we can't control everything in the world. And he's showing me that as well, that we're trying to control it. I need to send healing to it. And I need to do a separate video, maybe include it in this one. I'll do a separate video on it. And I'm seeing a lot of spiritual teachers doing this online, where we need to send healing to something or someone that actually, there's a grey area with it. There's a grey area with it. There's a grey area with all of this. Because things have to unravel for a reason. There's many things within our world at this time that are having to unravel for a reason. So we must allow it to unravel in the way that it needs to unravel. He's saying we need to be more mindful of where we put our energy and our abilities as well. Let's give a proper shuffle. Let's give a proper shuffle. Gathering your tribe. Spirit of fire. Gathering your tribe, spirit of fire. What I'm hearing with this, apart from an itchy nose, is I'm putting some hand cream on. What I'm hearing about this is that right now at this minute it's important to have your tribe around you. But again, not in a narcissistic ego-centered way, which you get. I only want my tribe around me. That's ignorant. Because there's a whole host of people out there that have different things to bring to your table on a day-to-day basis. What he's talking about is your core supporters, your network of support, to make sure that there is, now gathering your tribe, because I know that people say, well, I don't have anyone around me. Making sure you're in connection with your guides, your core support, gathering your tribe. The spirit of fire. I do like this deck. Let's just tune into it for a minute. That's interesting. I just sat and I just gazed at that card and I saw the different teepees and everybody in their own teepee. And I just felt this real sadness of separation that's happened. That everyone is just separated. We're meant to be awakening and healing and adjusting and understanding, but we've all separated off. Because you don't believe what I believe. You've said something that's triggered me. You've done so, everyone, be it blood relative, be it neighbour, be it anyone on the world stage. And what's happened is all the old campfires are empty. All the old campfires where you'd sit round with a mixture of people around you. You'd sit round with a mixture of people, and what I'm also feeling is that everyone's your tribe. It's just we've come so far away from who we are. Everyone's your tribe. Because everyone's got something to bring to the table. So it's almost like the energetic campfires of humanity are empty at this time because ego stepped in. And this is why I don't like talking about levels of awakening. I hate that. It's awful energy because it's like, you know, when we start to learn about other things like twin flame, and this is the stages of the twin flame, and that can really get confusing when you start putting 1, 2, 3, 4. Take away levels, take away what you're aiming from and to, and enjoy the process. Because if you're constantly looking at, right, you can be my friend, but what level of awakening are you at? Oh well, you still by the sun, so you're not going to be my friend because I'm awakened. That's ignorant. That's narcissistic, by the way, as well. Or you still go for a drink with the girls on a Friday night. I'm not going to be your friend. It's happening a lot. Or you're bringing up your baby via giving them this to eat and not this to eat. And you can't be your friend because you're not. And not being able to see the divine in me sees the divine in you. So coming back to each other. Being able to find our tribe and our core supporters, not the ones that blow unicorns up your bum, but because that's not a support. What am I trying to say? I'm trying to say honest people that keep you accountable, that are not cruel, but they keep you accountable. So they'll say to you, oh, you maybe shouldn't have said that, or maybe I can see why you feel like that, but I don't think doing that would be your greatest of God. You want the real truth sayers in your tribe, but also as well coming back to the tribes of the world. All the tribes of the world need to come together. All the tribes. Not just tribes that are tribes, but all of us, because we are like a tribe, spiritual tribe. All of it, not just spiritual tribes, all of it. The human tribe, he's saying, the human tribe needs to come together. Okay. Tracker and Spirit Keeper of the South. So Tracker and Spirit Keeper of the South. Let's look at this one then, the Tracker. Tracking through the times, tracking through the times. Understanding that you're as ancient and as important as the ancient landscapes of this world. And the role in the light that is flooding this planet at this time. He's also saying that we're holding on to the old stories, that we're still not adept at being able to bounce things off of us. It is showing me in relation to seasons. It's a bit like going out in spring, in a hot spring day, with your coat on and your jumper and your woolly hat and gloves. It's almost like, or talking about the winter in the spring day. So the winter signifies all the stuff that we've gone through, all the ick, the things that have been difficult, the trauma, the global trauma, all of that. We're not being able to transmute it, we're not being able to transmute it. We're not transmuting it in the ways that we're meant to transmute it. Not transmute it to heal it, because again, you're hearing a lot of that in that spiritual community at the minute. I'm transmuting it and I'm trying to heal it. And you're not here to heal it. You're not here to heal it. It's even that in itself, thinking that you're here to heal the world is actually a really dangerous game to be in. It's a dangerous mindset to think that you are here purposely to heal the world. And if people are telling you that, question that. Because you're here, you're part of a bigger picture. Everyone's here to play their part in this at this time. He's also saying when people stop needing the goodies and the baddies and baddies will stop being. So when people stop needing the saviour or the baddie, and they come out and they realise that that in itself is an illusion, then we won't keep having these separation energies on the planet. That if you make that decision, you're a goodie. If you make that decision, you're a baddie. If you support that, you're a goodie. If you support that, you're a baddie. It's illusion. You can have someone that supports that, but they're a really good person. You can have someone that supports that, and they're a really good person. You can have someone that supports that, and they're a really bad person. You can have someone that supports that, and they're a really bad person. One more shuffle from this deck. Spirit Keeper of the South. Yeah, and the Great Mystery. He's saying at the minute we're all trapped, all of us trapped, me included, in the mysteries of the world, all the truths of the world. And there's various different levels of this. But the great mysteries that we should be losing ourselves are the ancient great mysteries. The great mysteries of life. Vision Quest card. Oh, that's interesting as well. Trickster. There's this trickster energy out there at the minute, and it's in different ways, shapes and forms. And it's taken us away from this energy. The Vision Quest, the true great mysteries. We're trying to make sense of the physical earth mysteries, if you know what I mean. The truths of the world. The truths of society, if that makes sense. Well, in actual fact, we need to be thinking higher and going higher, because this is all trickster energy. I'm also feeling that there's tricksters in the camp as well. That there's tricksters in the camp. Again, that's another video I need to do in the future. He's also showing that the world is out of balance, which we know the world is out of balance, but we are out of balance and we reflect the world and the world reflects us as well. Saying we've forgotten how to self-nurture as well, forgetting how to self-nurture, but re-remembering how to self-nurture. He's saying sometimes spirit wonders if they're asking too much of humanity at this time, if there's too much pressure that's been put on us. And it's almost like he's saying that that's the importance of enjoying life. That the awakening it's almost like the pressure's been taken off. Because it was causing too much, it was causing more confusion than it was bringing. And to come back to a much more earthly awakening, if that makes sense. He's also saying there's a concern from spirit that there's so much light and love and new hope and new energy flooding the earth at this time, but still there is this struggle. It's not just us individually, it's humanity as a whole is still in great pain. Let's try the other deck now. Let's go to the other deck. What time are we on? 30. These videos fly by. Yeah. Better keep an eye on the time. It's a very deep time. For although there's a lot of stuff going on at this time, it's a real opportunity for really deepening down and going within and doing healing your way. Doing awakening your way as well. You know, if you go onto my Instagram account, you'll look on my Instagram account and you'll realise that who I follow on Instagram, and I very rarely follow, I don't even think I follow any of the big new age names out there. I just don't. Because I started to realise it was becoming more damaging and more confusing, and I started to feel rubbish when I went on there. And I wasn't getting it in the way that they're getting it. And I wasn't where they are. And all of that energy that's out there. And I just I can't deal with this. There's too much going on in the world for me then to process it. And if you're thinking that, then fine, trust your feeling on it. Fortune's wheel, luck and right timing. Wowzers. Adaptability, being able to go through these current challenges in your life. Personal stuff, global stuff. With adaptability, not being focused on an outcome, because he's saying that that's derailing us as well as species. We've become too focused on a certain outcome, a political outcome, an internal outcome, a personal outcome, a royal outcome, a celebrity outcome, a job outcome, a pregnancy outcome, and he said that we're being tested on these outcomes as a species. We're being tested now on outcomes and our rigidity around them. This is what's going to happen, and actually finding out it's not. It's like for some people it's a real like moment of you're joking. Adaptability, it's teaching us adaptability. It's also teaching us all sides of the story. Lost in space, needing direction. You know when I say to people when you become ungrounded and you're off there and you can spot it a mile off, and you'd be talking to them, it's like, whoa, where are you? What planet are you on? Literally, what planet are you on? It's almost like they've become ungrounded from the earth, and you cannot have a successful awakening or a healing journey if you are not grounded in the earth. So coming back and refinding our direction again, no judgment in all of this, because this is all part of the process. Lost compass, getting back to integrity. One more card, lay of the land, ancestral wisdom. Coming here, I said to you, I'm craving ancestral, shamanic, druid, mystical, whatever it is, real ancient wisdom. I can't deal with this hi energy out there that's out there at the minute, and I can't deal with, anyway, I'm craving something deeper. And look at these cards, lost in space, coming back to earth. He said a lot of that is caused because people don't want to be here. They want to go back home to the stars, but you can only successfully do it when you've transitioned fully. Otherwise you become ungrounded, you become imbalanced, which is why many people are becoming imbalanced. The lost compass, coming back to integrity. Lay of the land, reconnecting back into ancient ancestral wisdom. So I hope this video has given you some hope, some help, some inspiration, and yeah, we may do more of these. I've enjoyed doing it. There is future content I am planning for this channel, but again, I've got not next week off, the week after off, so I'm kind of with content at the minute, just getting done what I need to get done for the next couple of weeks. But there's all kinds of stuff that I want to bring onto this channel, Claire Thackeray. Please don't think that because I've got the two other ones that I'm abandoning this channel. I am trying to focus on uploading twice on this because I was uploading way too much. Just like I've started uploading way too much on CT's Royal Tarot. I'll put my hand up to that, and I'm slowing it. It's not my fault when drama keeps landing on my doorstep. So I'm trying to just on there as well now. It is what it is. I actually like being a creator. I actually like coming on camera. I hated it when I first started it. Hated working on camera. I used to have panic attacks and everything. But I love, that's my issue. I love being on camera and I love doing all this kind of stuff. And I forget that sometimes pull it back a bit, Claire. Same with the Thackeray's. There's all kinds of stuff I want to bring on there. So please be patient when I start bringing new stuff in. It's not going to happen overnight. I'm always planning ahead of how I can work it to bring not more content, but quality over, I'm trying to aim for quality over quantity. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like, comment and subscribe. If you're new to my channel, because I do have some new subscribers on here, thank you for being here. All my socials are below in the description and the comments box, the pinned comment. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, my website is there. All sessions are via Zoom. My other YouTube channels are below in the pinned comment in the description box. CT's Royal Tarot, which is Royal Tarot readings. And the Thackeray's, which is vlogs and book talk and all the good stuff. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.